So some people, including myself, have been wondering whether or not the Insta360 Go can be a viable vlogging camera. To me, there are four things that are important to a vlogging camera. Number one is audio. Number two is field of view. Number three is image quality. And number four is image stabilization. Not necessarily in that order. So number one, audio. I think it's very good, and I'm going to try and demonstrate that just through this video. I'm recording this whole video using the Insta360 Go and using the built-in microphone, and the camera sitting literally an arm's length away from me. I can touch the camera. I kind of have to because I'm recording 60-second clips at a time, so I have to keep starting and stopping the camera. So you can judge for yourself the audio quality from this video, but overall I found that it works very well. So number two is field of view, and I think the Insta360 Go has something like 180 degrees field of view. You'll notice looking at the videos in the app that the periphery is kind of unusable. It's kind of garbled and distorted. So I don't think it is fully 180 degrees, but it's pretty close. So for field of view, it looks great, and I'm going to show you some examples. Alright, this is a test of the Insta360 Go field of view. This is with the arms fully extended. Here it is at halfway, and here it is at about a hand's distance away from my face. Alright, this is a test of the Insta360 Go field of view. This is with the arms fully extended. Here it is at halfway, and here it is at about a hand's distance away from my face. So the third thing is image quality, and here it's a bit more of a mixed bag. I find that Insta360 Go's image quality in lots of light, like when you're outside during a bright sunny day, it looks great. I think the dynamic range is limited, but not any worse than other cameras of its size or category. The sky will tend to get blown out, highlights will tend to get blown out, shadows will tend to get crushed, but these are things that are kind of par for the course for small action cameras. But overall, I think the image quality when there's an abundance of light is great. You have good looking colors, there's good auto exposure, and things look punchy. Generally, it just looks great. There is a color plus option in the app when you're exporting the videos that's supposed to, even make the colors even more punchy. I find that it's generally not necessary. However, things take a turn for the worse when you're in low light situations. And by low light, I'm not talking even indoors. If you're outdoors during just, daytime, but it's overcast, you will find some situations where this camera's image quality starts to look a bit mushy. And I think it's still usable, but you can definitely see that, and I'll try and show you some examples here. And certainly, of course, if you're looking to vlog indoors, you're going to find that the image quality is just not very good. So yeah, if you're outdoors doing action camera type stuff on a sunny day, I think the Insta360 Go is extremely valuable because you can use it without using your hands, right? It's a hands-free camera. But if your vlogs tend to include lower light situations, including indoors, I think you're going to find that your iPhone or cell phone is going to do a much better job. And so I think for image quality anyway, you should use this as your primary camera and the Insta360 Go as a B camera. And the Insta360 Go I think it can provide sort of valuable B-roll stuff because you can get some very neat angles simply because of its size. Yeah, I think the real value of the Insta360 Go is that it can get you shots that you wouldn't normally be able to get with your cell phone. It's also useful, I think, if you are shy about filming yourself in public. This thing is far less conspicuous, even compared to just holding your cell phone out like this. So it might help you with your vlogs if you're shy. I'll just mention that this Insta360 Go just overheated and I had to take a break and let it cool down. And this is despite filming only for a few minutes with back-to-back clips. But I didn't have any bad takes or anything like that. So basically everything you've seen up to now, that's how long it took for this camera to overheat. So number 4 and last is stabilization. I think overall the Insta360 Go is excellent, but that comes with a caveat. It's excellent when there's a lot of light, okay? And that's because it uses digital stabilization. And the way digital stabilization works is that it tries to keep objects in each frame in sort of the same position from frame to frame to frame, and so it kind of crops as necessary in order to do that. But for that to work, you need to have pretty sharp, clear, non-blurry images for it to work with. In low light situations, however, the Insta360 Go's images tend to be blurry and noisy and grainy, right? The shutter speed has to be slow, so you get some blurry frames, and so it makes the stabilization a little bit more difficult to do digitally. I think it still works very well, but what you will see is a lot of artifacts, sort of sudden split-second blurs happening throughout your shot in low light situations. So still usable, but definitely not great. So there it is. Those are my thoughts on using the Insta360 Go as a vlog camera. So I'm going to keep using it, and yeah, that's it for this one. See ya.